Tom Kontio from London, Ontario, and I'm happy to say I am now provincial referee as of yesterday. So we got to wear it the first time today. So. I became a referee probably about 6 years ago, and COVID slowed down a lot of things, but yeah, about 6 years total. I've enjoyed I enjoy refereeing. I enjoy, you know, just being part of the volleyball game. I did play a little bit, but my wife's really involved as a coach with a club as well. And I actually want to have it as part of the retirement plan to go to the States and travel around and referee. It's great. This came in the days as well, so the last one, is this the first set of the afternoon? Yeah, it's great. That's great. It's got to be a lot. Okay. I do referee some other sports as well. I do referee a little bit of hockey for just like huff and puff, that kind of thing, and also my job as well. I interact with people all the time. I'm a pharmacist, and I just enjoy hanging out with everybody in volleyball. Always in a good mood because they're having fun. All right, Jim, good enough. Get out of here. I'm out of here. Yeah, I got 2 more. I'm off 1 and then I'm on the middle court for 2. Perfect, thanks, appreciate it. One of the courts, I'm scheduled on the middle court probably in about, well, theoretically they're about a set behind right now. So instead of an hour wait, I might have about an hour and a half, but other than that, it's great. The teams were good. One of the coaches got a little bit heated, but at the end of the day, if he didn't want to get heated, his players needed to not step on the line or step over or that kind of stuff. So everyone's going great. Having a great afternoon. I have kind of a 5-year plan. Every 5 years I'd like to see about another level. So I think the regional level would be the one where I think I would probably stay at. It allows you to have some really good volleyball as far as the actual higher age groups, some exciting games, and it allows me to also travel around. I'd like to maybe do some more refereeing. I'm going to referee for the first time this year in the States and see how it is. Just to be able to travel around and just to meet referees from other countries. So that would kill time. Usually just either go have a bagel or something or watch another game. Why don't we go, we'll go grab a drink or whatever and fill up our water bottle. So we did the provincial upgrade yesterday, myself and a couple other colleagues. So we had about 10 of us got our provincial badges. So first 2 wearing the new provincial badge, so we're all set. So it's great. OVA really has good people. Dave and Kennedy were our instructors, and they're national level referees, and they were part of the actual PUP program, or the PUP program we call it. And they were fantastic. They just want you to get better, and they just want you to be as good as you can be, and that's exciting. Maybe we'll get some more high-level volleyball. At the end of the day, it's a lot of time away from your family to do this, but I think the actual volleyball community itself is kind of a family away from home kind of thing. It's seeing the same people. We see the same people at OCs every year. I'd like to do nationals to kind of meet other people from other areas as well, but just coming here, you see the same people and you just get to catch up, and it's fun. Hi, how's it going, guys? How's the team doing today? I heard the word good. It's kind of an interesting descriptor, I have to catch up with the homies from the hometown of London there, so that was Forest City Club. We have our own referees room, and this is where they try to ply us with everything carb, so it's good. We usually run out of coffee early though. How's it going, Elsa? Not bad. My court's way behind. Yeah, I think mine is behind too. Or sorry, mine is ahead. We're starting at 6:30, so mine's on time, but the one I'm supposed to be going to is a bit behind. As you can see, we have everything carbohydrate here, so great. They do give us vegetables too, but you have to dig in the fridge to find those. Tonight we have a referee party, so we'll have to mark that into our phone. We'll check it out while we're doing the toasting here. All right, come on over. Let's have a look. It's ref social. That's tonight. Perfect. Yeah, should be good. We're supposed to mark off who's coming out. Check your name off the website, your place. Oh, good. OCs is funny again. You want to get here early for one particular reason, is parking. Parking is a little bit of a priority. So I usually come in the early morning. Again, I'm up at 6 o'clock anyway. I like to get here for the 7:30 games. If I'm not scheduled, I come in and check if they need a referee. Usually at all the OCs, something happens. Usually that first morning. This year, we had a lady with food poisoning. And I took 2 of her matches last weekend. I came in at 7:30. I wasn't scheduled to start till the afternoon at Contio College. I came in and they said, hey, yeah, you know what? Again, we need a referee, and I just enjoy reffing. I'd be happy to ref all day. They usually have those 2 groups. You have that morning group and the afternoon. And the afternoon, guess what? We could be here till 10:30, 11 o'clock if the games go late. Day 2 is very interesting because day 2 is usually where the teams are closer, and because they're closer, then they find that the actual teams themselves will probably go to the 3rd set more often. So. I think they're just starting the next set, so that was the set or the game we're supposed to actually wait for, and they haven't even started it yet. So we probably have about an hour or so to wait here. So courts get behind, and doesn't matter. I think we all fight for the reputation of having a fast court, so it always works out. But as I mentioned earlier, sometimes the actual teams are a lot closer on day 2 and day 3, and they want to win. They're desperate, so everybody's just letting it all hang out, and sometimes the games go longer. That's fine. No, definitely it's a 6:30 game, so we're going to probably have to watch. But let's go watch some of the other games in the middle, I think. This is the London team, Forest City, so we'll probably just sit down and watch this game for a bit. If you need to block traffic, let me know, okay? Where are you headed? Right across? Oh yeah, we'll get you across there, no worries. They are serving now. You might not want to go right now. Probably not the best time to go. Hello! I know. That's 22, right?
Busy guy?
How's it going?
Busy guy?
Yeah.
Good.
I gotta see these guys play at least once, so it's a requirement to be a referee in London.
Yeah, no one here.
I think we had the one high school game where both coaches were called and I was trying to cut my hair. Yeah, there you go. That was actually pretty funny. These guys had no hair. I had really short hair. I had a little bit, yeah. I didn't get the phone call. Arrive early, see if they need any help if I'm on an afternoon shift. Have coffees, talk to people, find out where some of the really good high-level volleyball is going to be. And I'll go and watch the game, but I'll also watch the referees as well, watch what they're doing, just to be able to learn from them. And you would think it's the same rule book, what would make a difference in the levels? And they teach you different things at different levels, they focus on different things. So that's what I'm watching for when I'm watching these guys. When I'm watching a national referee, when I'm watching a regional referee, I'm watching kind of how they conduct themselves, how they, how they interact with the coaches, how they make their calls as well, right? There's always a little technique, and often I think the technique can set the tone. You see certain referees, they never get into trouble with complaints on the calls and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out how to manage it so that you don't let things get out of control. And there's a lot you can do just by the regular stuff that you do. So I'm watching what he's watching. I'm watching where his eyes are, for example, during the actual game. And obviously watching the game too. It's exciting. It's a good ball. This is Division 1, Tier 1. So we probably have the top 5 or 6 teams in the province of 17U right now. So the actual courts, you'll notice the barrels on the end. If you look in the middle there, the barrels right next to the R2. They're there to stop people from running around it to get the ball. It's called pursuit, and because it's a sport court, for safety they took it out. So you're not allowed to play pursuit, and that just means that you can play the ball if it goes out and play it back into your own court. Just making it tough for the R2 or the down official right now, because they got to move around. So funny things we also look for. We look for how they whistle. You know, can you hear the whistle? Especially in a really busy gym. You know, like it's busy here, but imagine Toronto. We had 57 courts under one roof. You could barely hear yourself think, let alone whistle. Another interesting thing is how they use their linesmen. Most of the linesmen that we use in OVA are going to be volunteers, parents, and usually they're good and attentive, but sometimes, you know, they don't get into making the calls, and you have to rely on them quite a bit. They become a part of the officiating crew, and that's what we're, I think we're okay, yeah. Let me get the ball, hold up. Yeah, so again, they become a part of the officiating crew, and as part of the crew, you got to trust them and you got to use them. But sometimes you might have to overrule them. So you just tell them that. So you know what? I'm going to be counting on you to help me out with the calls, but sometimes I may overrule you, and that's okay. Just don't get upset. And most of them are happy about that. You know, they're just happy to know that, you know what, they'll be used when they can. And sometimes you get really, really good ones who really know their job. And often it's funny, you have lots of parents or coaching staff are actually referees as well. So it's good to sometimes get some who know how to do the score sheet, know how to make calls. It's funny, earlier in the game, I'm not sure if you saw it on the previous game, but sitting in the stands as a referee is always fun because you have parents, they wonder what the referees just called. And what we end up saying is, you know, then they'll turn around and ask you, well, what does that call mean? And then they're surprised when you actually tell them all the different steps that go into making a particular call. And I think they have a newfound appreciation that we're making a lot of split-second decisions, very, very small time, and we got to be looking at a lot of different things. So. This tier of volleyball in these two gyms is because they have the regional upgrade program. They have some of the best referees in the province or at this tournament are actually on these courts. So it's fast, it's good volleyball, and it's really quick. So that's what every referee wants to do, is good volleyball at a good level and just let it happen. So it's funny, after a while, after you've been here for the day, you get to meet some people who have been your lines people and your scorers for the other tournaments or the other games, and everybody's, you know, usually they're very happy to see a referee, and everybody's smiling and thanking you as you go by, and I think it's great. I think that's part of the reason we do it. So it would be a typical day. You kind of come up for your breaks, have a snack, meet some people. Often if I'm here, I'm often with you know, friends who are maybe coaching a team, so I'll go and watch one of their games if I can. Maybe relatives will come down, and then you know, they'll watch me referee as well. But usually you have bigger breaks, and then you'll have 3 or 4 games in a row, and then you'll have a bigger break again as well. I think the hardest ones for referees are when things are moving really fast. You have a lot of people at the net. And often in refereeing, we're by ourselves. You very rarely will have the 2 referees unless it's a playoff or a really, really high level. The majority of our games are going to be on our own. So you get 3 or 4 people at the net, some blocking, some maybe faking through, and then you got a backcourt attack, or somebody's coming out of the backcourt. So you got to make sure that, are they actually in the front zone when they take off? You got to make sure they hit it properly, and you got to make sure that 2 groups of people don't hit the net at the same time. And you got to do that all on your own. So I think those are probably the hardest calls. And also, again, you have to know where the setter is at all times, because if the setter's front court or back court, if they do just a quick tip or something, and then you don't realize whether they're front or back, then you're going to make a wrong call. So you really always got to know where the setter is at all times, and and just the action of spiking and the action of blocking, especially at a high level. The women's net is not that high when you got really tall girls. So there's a lot of action that happens above that level of the net, and you got to be watching it all. Funny, I was just talking to some people on the bleachers, and because I'm from London, I see all these girls in high school. So clubs are made up of girls from every high school in their particular city, right? So in London we have 4 clubs, and I'd say all these girls I probably refereed in high school volleyball in either junior or senior, and they're probably from 10 different schools. And it's fun kind of seeing them in this avenue as well. So the best of the best. The day when I started refereeing years and years ago, we didn't have rally point. Every point you had to actually serve to get a point. And it just meant a lot of stoppages in play. But now the actual philosophy of the OVA is keep the ball in the air, and I think it's great. So they have rally point and other rule changes as time goes on. So I think it's been great. Always waiting for that next court to come open, right? So I've been talking to him, I was talking to him earlier about the provincial upgrade program, and he has no interest. He has no interest in really, you know, he wants to do the games where they're fun. You know, there's no competition. He just wants to be able to enjoy the game and watch everybody have fun and no pressure, and that's okay too. There's lots of volleyball out there at the younger age groups. You know, he's happy to do the development program, the 12 and 13-year-olds, and there's always a spot for referees who want to do that. So young or old, so become a referee. That's my blatant plug. We have to take our court over again. We got 2 more games. Let's go. Thank you. Took long enough. What's going on here?
An extra game.
Well done, buddy. That was a good game.
That was fun.
That was good.
Funny, I feel promised when the storm hits.
Exactly. You gotta give it like pressure. Let me tell you.
No,
you got enough pressure
no,
on this game.
Yeah. No, I like pressure.
I'm just gonna grab the next sheet if you don't mind.
As long as I know what I'm doing.
No. Oh, you know what you're doing. Don't worry about that.
That was a fun one.
That was a good one.
What? No, it was a great game.
Felt like you didn't there.
That's why we do it, isn't it?
Like,
you don't work as a pharmacist your entire life and make $10 million.
Help out here. You're the ball. Play ball.
Okay.
So what do you have today? Just these 3 here?
That's 2 of them.
2 on front side? What are you doing over there? Yeah.
They're on base.
On base, good.
Oh, these 5, this one. A little bit late. Not so crazy.
That's a challenge.
It's a charge for you.
Challenge for me is right. Get it back on track.
That one was the last one of the day yesterday.
Oh, was it? I don't want to be the last guy. That's a bad reputation. No way. I like these little score things.
Just keep me on track. Yeah.
You know, you can talk to your partner too, right?
Oh, yeah, no.
Checking.
This is how bad I am. I need 2
Oh,
things to keep me on track. Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what makes a good scorekeeper? Show the score to the audience. They love that. They think you're the best. You'll get like 5-star ratings.
Especially running for me.
Exactly. That's awesome. All right, let's go. Can you hear that whistle okay? I have 2 different kinds. I'll go this one.
Oh, yeah, we can do it. And then some.
Which one's less obnoxious? That's what I want to know. The first one.
That one works.
That one's okay.
That one works.
I think there is pressure. I think, you know, just like in the actual 1 or 2 day tournaments, you'll see teams who show up and some who are just cold and they just can't seem to get going. I don't see it as much, I think, in the level 2, 3, you know, the actual tiers or the divisions that are a little bit farther down. They're more just to get everybody out there, have fun, as they were during the year. I think when you get to the higher, you know, the higher tiers of each of the age groups, there's a lot more competition where people are, you know, they have a little bit of, I use the word animosity, but I really don't think it's animosity, but they have some more competitiveness because they've seen each other so often during the year, and they just want to be able to, you know, again, say maybe I'm number 1 or number 5 or top 10. But when you have teams like, for example, the 16 and 17U girls, there's over 100 teams in the province. Somebody's got to be first and somebody's got to be at the other end, and I think the OCs, for the most part, is get everybody to play, experience it, and have some fun. I don't expect there to be, you know, tension or anything like that, but it's really good at the end when the coach says, hey, you know what, great game, you know, you reffed it. If people don't remember me as reffing the game, it means I've done it properly. The actual game was about the girls or boys who were playing. So.
Well, we could be 4 points away from going home for the night, so. Looks like the other courts are still flying balls, but I'm the last in this section. Excellent fight. I love it. What a fight. Well done, ladies. Sorry, coaches. Good fight. That was really close.
That was very close.
Those are the ones where you gotta go, oh, I better not mess up now.
You did great.
Get a signature, coach, before you head out. Oh, you're a young man.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Practice it, and then sometimes
Great
it gets
game.
complicated. I got my, I have to use my fingers.
All right, did you already check it out?
I'm just double checking. Circle, 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 circle. 2, circle, that. Yep.
I think it looks pretty good to me.
Okay,
I am so happy to give this to you right now.
Are you heading to the house?
Yeah, okay.
You know what, I'm not even sure. What time is it, 10 o'clock?
10:30.
By the time we get there, it'll be another hour. I'm too tired.
Get some rest.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I'll just text him and say,
Is that initial?
yeah, that's my initial, yeah. I'll text him and say, bring me some wings or something home. All right, that's all you need?
Yeah,
you want me to take the ball?
Yeah, thank you. If you don't mind.
On the way out anyway, I gotta go get my coat anyway, so. All right, let's go. We have a reffing party tonight, but it's about a half hour away and it's already 10:30 and it ends at midnight, so I'm just gonna go home and I'll text one of the other referees to bring me home some wings. So that was a good name, it was close. And it's always those moments where you wonder if they're gonna come back, but nah, it turned out well. Both teams played well and I think I ref not too bad. So tomorrow's a early morning again, but I don't start till 10 o'clock, so not too bad. And I got 3 straight, and then we're going to be doing the lines for the final. So happy it's over. You know, again, you kind of look back at some of the calls and you wonder, you know what, should I have done something or other? You know, not so much that you missed something that you think, but you know, you can't be, again, you can't have a perfect game. So yeah, you always wonder, you know, how can I make it better next time? And that's all I think.